Okay. Welcome. Welcome to all you No Man's Skyers out there. This is my, actually, part one to a two-part video that was not meant to be two parts, but I was down here and this was the longest one I filmed, and of course, like an idiot, I forgot to save it, so I lost that. But part two, which is up on the freighter, I do have, and I will be posting both of them to the No Man's Sky Facebook community at some point, probably today, hopefully. We'll see how it goes, if I can get through this without messing it up. Who am I? Nobody really in particular, but I call PS4 and hopefully PS5 my home. Also, I am on Steam. I have a few channels with my family. Two of my sons. I have one, Corpse Army, and my gamer tag is Bobflac, BOBFLAC. It comes from an old RPG PlayStation 1 game. And when I first got the gamer tag, I was back on PS2 playing EverQuest. I think that's what it was we were playing. Anyway, first online game, RPG, so yeah. Some folks, I mean, they allow you to change your gamer tag, but I figured I might as well just keep mine. The heck of it, you know. 63, I got 5 kids and 2 grandkids. All the family, my immediate family, are gamers of some sort or another. So my sons used to be big fans of Xbox, and one time I had an Xbox, but trying to jump from PlayStation to Xbox to Steam, and forget it. So anyway, enough of that nonsense. Let's get to the build here, so I won't keep you captive too long. So yeah, this was the day one purchase for me. I got it, watched videos, thought this was going to be a really good game, and then I think we all know what happened, unfortunately. I think I forget his name, Sean Murphy or something like that. He wasn't very equipped at public speaking, and people got him all to say things that weren't true. So yeah, after played it for a little while, and then found out it wasn't what it was, I threw it on my pile of island of unwanted video games. So let that go for a while. Months went by, and then started hearing that they were actually going to fix the game, update it, and do some of the things that they promised. And I got back on, and the building part here I didn't think about right away. I was more or less trying to get all my drives, my warp drives, all them done, and a lot of other things. But then I went into the build menu and seen that they added so much stuff I didn't really understand how to do it with the power, and so YouTube to the rescue. Found and watched some videos from different people, mostly a guy named, his channel Zane's World, shout out to him. Yeah, so he showed me about power and all this, so enough about that. This first building, this is the first building I made. It combines power. I found a pretty good source of power here. I stacked up some of these extractors, but I also at the same time put in storage. So I have all my storage in here too. If you look at the box containers, I guess you can see I use like different textures on things instead of just plain thing, you know. And colors I used for the whole area is mostly kind of something for that I looked at with my eye. I saw blue went with gray pretty good, dark gray, so yeah. I was going along pretty good with the build, and as you'll see in a minute or two when I get through here. So this end is my backup. I have solar panels in here, and my battery's down here, so I don't have a problem with power per se anymore. Just lighting is really something that sucks the power. So yeah, I see here I put them with the glass so you can see it. Kind of makes a neat look to it. So that was my power. That was my first excuse me, my first build right off. So the second one was over here. I built a, now bear with me, I kind of tell a story when as I was building in my own mind. I was like thinking about what kind of buildings I was going to build and what they would be used for. So yeah, I kind of made a story out of it, so just, you know, go along with it. It makes sense to me. Hopefully some of you will kind of see that it makes sense to you. I don't know, we'll see. And as you can see, the lag is terrible. That's where I ran into my problems with this first base I built, because of the lag. This area here is my storage for all my exocraft. I usually put the pads in here and then put the vehicles in here. And this I called my my convention center for folks coming in. I have exhaust pipes here for when my people take out the exocrafts and beat them to death. They got to be repaired, so I make sure there's no toxic fumes in here for people to intake. So yeah, bear with me. So yeah, lag is when I first did the build, my inexperience, I know I didn't really know much about it. So yeah, I've kind of overdid each of my buildings, just kind of putting it together, not realizing size and the limited number of items that I was allowed to have on per base. So right here where this clearing is, we used to be my restaurant slash nightclub thing. So as I was building that, which you can see over in the distance, I ended up having to make another base, and actually have a few bases around here to kind of because of all the buildings I have, is like I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 yeah, and like I said, I've overdid it, overboard, and power and lights and everything. It was just too much, and I ended up having to build more of those generators to extract power from the planet. So it's unfortunate, but that was my own fault for being so excessive. Now you see they use a yellow kind of color on the material, which is metal, and then I use yellow lights. I think it gives it kind of a neat look. And there's a couple glitches here I didn't show in the front. Let me go there real quick. Some of the landscaping things I did here. Try not to make it too long so you folks won't be too bored with it, but yeah, I put down plants here and towards the entrance, and all this stuff. Another glitch item I came across in my travels. I found a lot of glitched items because of once I learned about going about building the power and all that stuff, I searched for planets, and that was lots of fun. I get on a planet, start building, and all of a sudden the computer voice tells me that a storm is coming. And I go from 98 degrees Fahrenheit to 300 or 400 degrees Fahrenheit, so I have anywhere from 4 to 5 different buildings or builds that are in one sort or another progress that I've tried to start and got along for a while, and then one thing or another, one planet that was just minus 400 degrees, probably more than that, and then ones with hostile sentinels, and then with animals, aggressive animals. So yeah, I went around, and so I found this place. This place is Mellow Weather, which that's the first I've seen of them. Since then, I've found 2 or 3 others that I might build. I don't know whether I will build again, but I'll gauge that on whether or not people really are interested in seeing them. So this is just a prototype, because like I said, I ran out of items to where it wouldn't upload this thing anymore, so I had to kind of curtail my build. Not that I would have liked to, as much I wanted to do with each build, but yeah. But that's the price. Hopefully anybody that has an in with guys at Hello Games could drop them a hint, maybe to add some more items would be nice. So with the convention theme, this up here would have been the area for people to meet and have like a podium for people to speak, so on and so forth. And now out here I put a landing pad for VIPs to come, and they can land their ship, and then there's special compartments up here for just people that are a little higher up in things, you know. So, and like I said, I would have liked to have been do some more expanding here as far as adding furniture and different things, but it just wasn't going to happen. So it's unfortunate, but you know, it's the way it goes. So let me keep moving here. See if I can remember where the door is out of this place, which I've already forgot. So we can move on to the next build. Yeah, one floor down. That's the other thing I dislike, is these steps going up. Is you get anywhere near it and it'll take you up whether you like it or not. So my backup supply here for power if needed, which I've had to put on almost all my builds. So let's hurry over to the nightclub, get this over with, so you folks can go on about your business. Let me see real quick when I get over here. I use this thing that looks like the bat chopper from Batman. This thing over here, it's pretty cool. Get you around. See what my exocraft is. Nope, wrong one. Let me jump up in this thing. Now for all my restaurants, which I have one eating in just about every building for folks, I've also gathered ingredients to make different food items. So you got drinks and jellies and bread and all sorts of stuff here. This is my of course I ran out of room. My storage area is already filled up, so yeah, I had to find another place. So yeah, this is part of the menu, and then over here is the rest. There's more. There's meat. There's vegetables, stews, drinks down here, fire water, tonic. You know, I even have cocoa. So, and don't ask me the recipe because I've tried to replicate it again, just to kind of mass produce it. But yeah, no good. So I still have tons of ingredients. It's just trying to mix them together and get your combinations right. You can produce certain things. I don't. Yeah. I gave up. Otherwise, I'd never get this video done. So let's see if I can get out of here without knocking things out. Come on. Do slide a bit. Now over here is the restaurant / bar, and I gotta slow my the lights and everything catch up here. The lag, so unfortunate, but that's just the way it is. I've tried to squeeze too much in an area, and I know a lot of other videos I've watched, people show large buildings, but don't try and cram too many buildings in the same base area, which, you know, it's mostly my experience. So hopefully we stand here for a second and things will catch up, so we can get this along here. Before I go into it. That's right. Come on. Alright. This is made of wood. Colored it red. I wanted to, like, build out over the water in certain areas. Is that a fish up there on the land? Anyway, I was going to put some, like, stores that you would have on when you're at the ocean and you're on the boardwalk, and it's just there's no room for all this stuff. I put as much as I should have, and it's just, I don't know how many glitches, I mean, far as, not glitches, but times the game crashes for me. So yeah, I tried to get as much as I can without being too aggressive in the build. Alright, I have my switch on there for the power, so up here is the restaurant. So I have some tables. I would have liked to fill the whole room up with tables, but yeah, reasons, right? So this is mostly for adults. Alcohol and food here. There's a kind of big group area here, and then I have the observation bubbles that come out here. I believe the sun sets pretty much out over my left shoulder there when it does, so that kind of gives it a good look. And then of course there's my solar panels and batteries that kind of keeps the electricity flowing. So let's go downstairs. And this is where things will get a little noisy, but yeah, oh well. Of course you have to have music. Getting these things to work was really tough. It took me over a day, but I finally got it to where the lights and everything kind of worked in concert together. As far as beats go, I tinkered with it for many hours, and it's just, this one here was one that I just settled on, and over here I've another one. It's a bit bigger and it's different. I can hear all that noise in the background. Is my solar panels opening and closing, which I have to stand still. kind of goes away as soon as I start moving again. Then it goes the pain. Now these boxes here, they just emit tones. You can change them. I guess that's something I don't really care for. The bigger boxes make a kind of a tune, but yeah. Like I said, I'm 63. I'm old time rock and roll, man. This stuff is way beyond me. But I guess that's what the future will be. I don't know. Who knows? And we have free bars here, drinks, dancing. Another glitch item over there. Wanted to put some tables and chairs in here for folks, but once again, you know, limited. Let me turn this nonsense off. 2 more to go, and then we will be done. Turn that off. Oh, I love that sound. Peaceful sound. It's stuff like drills in your head. Yeah, like I said, I try and make a story out of it. It helps me build. It helps me kind of have a, I don't know, something like a vision of something that I would like to see, and I try to use as much technology and different things, metal, wood, and stuff like that for the builds. And colors, try to match colors up as much as possible. And over there, of course, is another power station, but I have, you can see off in the distance there, I have another station, but I've had to put extra towers that extract the power because it just didn't. These lights on all the time. I've put switches on that I can turn them off, but I went ahead and fixed all that by having adding the power places. So yeah, I keep the lights on. I don't get a bill in the mail, so I don't really care, you know. So 2 more to go here. I might have forgot where I parked the one vehicle. Oh well, so be it. The last building I wanted, or last build area I wanted to be kind of a little different than I've ended up having to do, but oh well. Here's another, like what you call, substation. My fuel. Yeah, okay, lady. I don't care. Over here is a wood building I built for people. Let me put fuel on this. I'm going to have to go down that way anyway, so if I have anything. Oh, well, what do you know? I do. Yeah, now she's happy, so shut her up. This building is like a more family oriented. Moms and dads, anybody that's down in the convention center or come here to vacation or whatever, however you want to call it. It's kind of small, but you can tell from the between the first buildings to now where I kind of downsized to conserve space and not go absolutely crazy with it. But yeah, well, live and learn, right? So here and here we have a few glitches that I've picked up, which are pretty cool. You see inside here that pulsates, which is awesome. I don't know if all of you folks, anyone who's watched this, is watching this or going to watch it, hopefully comments and how people kind of view this is whether or not I move on and make another build, or I still haven't got my living ship. And I should upgrade my molly tool, but oh well. All things sound and lights. Down here, we have this. If you see in the other building, I had this not kind of partitioned off. Excuse me, my throat's getting dry. Too busy running my mouth. But I partitioned this because of the kids, you know, that would come, and I'm sure parents wouldn't like to ask where little Bobby is, or Jimmy, or Susie, and look over here and there's this little pile of dust, you know. So lawyers made me do it. Just go along with it, all right. Up here is more of a barricade. This is more of a, here's my power out here, and inside here is room. It's a little more, with me cutting down the size of the building, it gave me the opportunity to build a little more in each room. So if I would be able to build, I wanted to add on rooms all through the thing, but oh well. Some things you just can't do, I guess. Hopefully they, I don't know what plans are for this game, but hopefully they'll make things, I don't know, add some things and make it easier for people to build without too many limitations. Now, this is a family room with have mom and dad and a couple of the kids. You all get in here and shut yourself in, so if any of the wandering animals or whatever, because we don't really keep them caged up too much. But in this area, I'll show you down here real quick, and then we'll be on to the last of it. This is the dressing room. What I've done is partitioned off an area here for swimming purposes. So I'll just jump in here. Stand on wonders of pain. But anyway, this is one end. You see the metal doors there that have a switch up top there that will allow it to open up and kind of filter out, you know, kids get in the pool and they pee and all that crap. So you got to bring in some new water once in a while. Plus, excuse me, with fish and stuff like that, when it's swimming hours, I keep these closed because we don't want no accidents with fish biting off an arm or a leg of a kid or something. Oh, here, what are you doing here? But anyway, you look here in the terrain. There's these formations that look like fish. You think, well, these are like what, 100,000 years old or something? But you'd be wrong, because while I was doing this terrain, whenever you take away from a terrain, and I guess it's everywhere, I don't know if other folks have had the same thing, but when you take it away somewhere else, it makes a hole. I guess there's some sort of balance they have to have. So I had this a lot wider and stuff, and then I had to come back and kind of fill it in because I was getting holes all over the place. But whenever you use your terrain on your mining tool, when I was trying to add or take away, these fish would just come in. I don't know whether it released some sort of thing that they could eat, and then I tried not to, but anyway, ended up sealing them inside. So that's why I don't have a big variety of fish. They're there, they're just kind of frozen in time. So this is open here. Like I said, we'd close it during the daylight hours, and it opens up during the nighttime, and then usually we just throw food in, and the fish will kind of leave the area and you can shut it down for daytime hours. And of course over here there's the solar panels. And now we'll move on to the last video here, which I don't remember where I parked my mini sub, but yeah, those things they're great when you get out in semi-deep water, but excuse me, when you're like in very shallow water, it really is a pain to get them to get underwater. They bounce up and down on the surface. Hey, you know, I don't want to have any PETA on me about killing animals now, so you gotta stay the heck out of my way. Come up on my last build here. Of course, you see, I started mining. There's another power substation there. I started mining because I had decent ore here. We have copper, which we mine, and then across the bay there is gas. I get nitrogen from that. So yeah, I wanted to expand my mining efforts, but you know, I don't want to be in the middle of a build and then all of a sudden I'm told, well, you know what, it's no room, you know, you've used too many items or whatever. I tried to, as you can see, these objects over here are bases, so I've tried to kind of butt them up against each other. I've tried to use like adjacent glitches and all that stuff to kind of expand area that it allows you to build in, but yeah, so whatever. I'll come up on my last thing here and then we'll call it a video here. This is my underwater research center, or whatever name you want to put to it. So what I had was, as you can see, there's tunnels and underwater tunnels and stuff like that. I wanted to be off away so I couldn't see it, and just kind of take my sub and come in here for the reveal like so, but the sub was being too much of a pain, and so, but anyway, yeah, down here I used different, what? I thought I had these connected. Huh. Well, anyway, anywho, yeah, that was connected too. I don't know if that's a glitch or something. Well, anyway, it was supposed to come back in here a ways, and that was connected to that, and that was connected to the main build there, but I don't know what the heck happened to it. I don't question it anymore. It's just part of the deal, you know. With me doing the terrain manipulation, if I can spit that out. For the longest time I had under this area here, because I built the kind of dry, wet entrance. Oh, there's my mini sub. Yeah, you just hang out over there. I don't need you. And this area here was all built up, and I used the terrain builder and kind of took it away, and every time I would come back each day it would be built up. It would like be halfway up the side of the compartment there. So, and I had a wet something, they went missing too. I don't know, huh, I don't know, maybe fish said enough's enough, or I don't know. I don't think anybody found my base. I don't know how that works anyway, as far as, because this connected to this and this connected to that, so oh well. And yeah, I didn't really get to, I wanted to have furniture, I wanted to have, and this was, wow, oh, there it is. It's just hard to see. They're clear connections that you use made with glass, so you can go up and down and add on top of each other and side to side, but I don't know why those others are missing, but oh well. I think I'm going to wrap it up here. I'm probably taking too much of your time already. Like I said, this is the first build I did where I completed it, so I'm sure some folks that have been doing this, been with the game from the beginning, have seen a lot of mistakes that I made and stuff, but I tried my best to do something different, but hopefully any one of you that watched the video will enjoy it. Just remember now, this will be part one of a two-parter, because when I left the surface here and went up to my freighter, that, oh, there it is, just a little cloudy up there. Every time I board my freighter, I have to walk very slowly for some reason, otherwise the game crashes. So when I went up, I did this part first and went up there to do part two, but the game crashed, so unfortunately I'll have two parts to the video, but it's supposed to be one. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Remember, if you leave comments, be nice. I'm an old man and my heart can't take too many mean thoughts. I'm just kidding. But anyway, yeah. I'm going to post them now. Hopefully you'll enjoy. So have a good day. Talk to you soon.